Yes, guys, and welcome back to We Are Tottenham TV for yet another pre-match pump-up. And today, look, I know a lot of people are doubting that the comeback is on. Well, that's why my big smiley head is put in front of you people today, because I will make you believe. In the words of Bob Marley, don't worry, it'll be all right. Look, it'll take care of itself today. We have to turn up today absolutely massively. But before I tell you absolutely everything you guys do need to know, and make sure everybody smashes that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you are new. The big push to 1 million subscribers is on. And feel free to get your super chats and share your thoughts. But most importantly, this is for you guys out there, the Tottenham fans, the We Are Tottenham TV army. Get on the link in the community section and come on and have your say. Share your pre-match thoughts with us. And stay tuned, because we will be bringing you lineups as soon as they are out. They should be out in about... should be out shortly, actually. In about half an hour's time, they will be out, guys. So make sure absolutely everybody does stay tuned for that. Be very interesting to see what Conte goes with today. But, of course, you know, it is the Carabao Cup second leg. We are 2-0 down, but we are at home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I mean, we're unbeaten in 8 games, winning 7, drawing 1 at home. And we've scored 2 goals in every single one of them games. So it's not beyond the realms of impossibility that we can do this today. I mean, it's very well doable. Of course, kickoff is at 7:45 p.m. Referee, everybody get your notepad and pens out, jot these names down, because if things do go wrong, the referee isn't doing his job correctly and they don't give us penalties where we should be getting them, I mean, put them on your hit list. So Andre Mariner is the referee and Mike Dean is in the VAR room. And guys, make sure you stay tuned here all throughout for this pre-match pump-up. Straight after I'm off, the watch-along will be starting, so stay tuned for that, and then all the way through to the post-match fan show as well. So you have a whole day of Spurs content here. You may watch the game, but turn off the commentary from Fraud Sports and listen to the commentary from the watch along. It's 10 times better, and plus it's Spurs biased. I mean, that's all you want at the end of the day. You don't want to be listening to commentators licking the hoop off Chelsea. I'm absolutely sick of it. I mean, I hate them. So just do that. Watch the game, but turn off the commentary and keep We Are Tottenham TV on the background. But look, in terms of some stats for today's game, Tottenham are looking to become just the second team to reach the League Cup final, having lost the semi-final first leg by more than 1 goal. Aston Villa done it in 93-94. The previous match was the 4th time Tottenham have lost the first leg of a League Cup semi-final tie. They were eliminated from the first 2, but progressed last time against Chelsea in 2001-2002. We lost the first leg 2-1, but we won the second leg 5-1. So we have actually turned Chelsea over before. So why can't we do it again? Let's fucking get at these today. I absolutely hate them. Tottenham have lost just 1 of their 5 League Cup home matches against Chelsea, winning 2, drawing 2, losing 3-0 in a quarterfinal replay in January 1991. Tottenham striker Harry Kane has scored 6 goals in his first 12 meetings with Chelsea in all competitions, but has failed to find the net in any of his last 6 games against Chelsea. The England captain has just one shot and no touches in the opposition box in the first leg, which kind of reflects how very little we troubled them in the first leg. So we really do need to get at them in this second leg. But like I said, we have won 7 and drawn 1 out of 8 league games in charge since Antonio Conte has come in at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So the home is a fortress. And I encourage every fan that is going to the game today, make it an absolute cauldron of hate. Every Chelsea chant just chant it. I mean, the classic, we fucking hate Chelsea. I mean, there's one about John Terry's mum that I started floating about. Why not sing that? Just turn it into an absolute cauldron of hate. Let's get at them. Let's rough them up. That's what I say. I mean, let's not forget the Battle of the Bridge. Let's not forget the League Cup final where they bet us. I'm absolutely sick of these guys. Let's rough them up today. Spurs have impressively notched up at least 2 goals in each of these occasions at home, which is very, very impressive for us. So, I mean, let's see if we can do it. But I do wear a bit of caution. I mean, we have only scored 2 goals against Chelsea in the 8 meetings since February 2019. So we do not have a very good record against Chelsea whatsoever. In terms of injury news, we know Christian Romero is out. Of course, Sonny is out, which is a huge blow. It is a huge blow. Steven Bergwijn, look, we're not 100% sure whether he's out or whether he will be returning, but I'd be very surprised to see him start, to be honest with you. And Eric Dyer is also out injured as well. So no moon boots today, which I never ever thought I'd be saying, but is a huge loss because I brought this stat to the table before. That this guy, we have a 62% win rate with him in the team and only 33% with him out of the team. So he is crucial. And we did see we struggled without him against Chelsea last night. So it's a huge loss. But whoever steps in, whether it's Roden or Tanganga, we need a game of the ages from you. We need an absolute massive game. Be at it, be strong. That's vital. I mean, they have big Rom up front. I mean, the walking bodybuilder. But be strong. There's other ways you can take him off his game. And I'll explain what I think we should be doing shortly. But for Chelsea, in terms of who is out, it's Edouard Mendy, Ben Chilwell, Reece James, Trevor Chalobah. And we're not sure whether Thiago Silva and Kante will be returning after COVID-19. We're not sure on that one. But there is the team news. But guys, what I reckon wins this today. And I have an expression. It's not about the size of the dog. It's about the size of the fight in the dog that matters. And that's all that counts at the end of the day. I mean, we will probably struggle to match them on a technical level. But what you can do is bring them down to your level. It's an age-old equalizer. I've seen it used by teams time and time again. Lower teams coming up against the big teams. Just turn it into a brawl. A bit like what Chelsea done to us at Stamford Bridge when they stopped us from going for the league title. We were 2-0 up. They roughed us up. They took our mind off the football we were playing. And ultimately, we ended up getting drawn into a battle, which we lost. And they came back and they finished the game 2-2. Now, why can't we do that here today? Because once you do start roughing them up, you get on the referee's back as well on every single decision really early on. Because what you do then is you start changing the referee's mind. Then the referee starts giving you decisions. Then Chelsea players start becoming frustrated. And then they're already taken off their game. And then that would leave them exposed because their mind would be in the fight and not on the football. And that's when we get at them. That's exactly what I'd be doing today. I mean, anyone within a yard of you, especially the first 10 minutes, using the noise that we know these home fans are going to create. Use that. Get at them. And anyone within a 3-yard, 5-yard radius of you, absolutely fucking smash them. Smash them into Mars. I could not care. But let's lay down the law here today that they're not going to come here and have it as easy as they did at Stamford Bridge. They're going to come here and they're going to have to fight for absolutely everything. Let's do it. I mean, we've proven we can play against big teams. We've bet City this year. We pulled points off Liverpool when no one gave us a chance. Why can't we sit there and turn these over today and make a comeback of the ages? It's on. It's well and truly on. I mean, I know I have stated I thought we were out of this. But whatever it is today, I've just woke up with this feeling. I've woke up with this underdog, this fighting mentality. And I genuinely believe now there's no reason why we can't get at these and take some, especially if we can take a 1-0 going into halftime or even a 0-0. We've seen at Ajax, all we need is 45 minutes to save a game. Lucas Moura hat-trick against Ajax. Let's bottle some of that. Let's bring some of that fighting mentality, some of that belief, some of that spirit, and let's open it up on the hollow turf of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium today. That is exactly what's needed for this game. And my God, I'm absolutely pumped. And I hope everybody else is pumped because I'm absolutely sick of them. I mean, you've got Aspilicueta in goals. I mean, honestly, he wouldn't even get dirty in the sheets with his misses, let alone keep a clean sheet. But for some reason, we cannot test his goal. Fire shots off at this fucker. I mean, honestly, it's like he uses sanitizer every day of the week. He drops absolutely everything. You got Lukaku. I mean, the guy doesn't even like Chelsea. You know, he's too busy over holidaying with in Miami with Paul Pogba every single summer. He doesn't want to be there. You know, rough him up, get in his ear, pull his hair if you have to. I don't care. There's ways we can get this job done today. You look at a lot of their backline. I mean, let's be honest. You could go to your local nursing home and put out people the same age. It's absolutely ridiculous. Start turning them. Get runners in behind. Get at them. You know, turn them the way they don't want to go. People with that age, 35, 36 on Simmer Friends, they want everything played in front of them. What they do not want is you running them ragged. So let's get at that retirement village at the back that they have. And let's get at them and absolutely run them ragged. I mean, I'm absolutely sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. Look, one to watch maybe is Kai Havertz. He's a player that I scored. I think he scored nearly every round in this competition. And if he scores again, he'd be the first player for Chelsea to score in both legs of a Carabao Cup. But look, guys, I guess what I'm trying to say basically is it's about the size of the fight in the dog. You know, this game isn't over until the old expression. I know you're probably not allowed to use it nowadays, but I'm going to. Which is it's not over till the fat lady sings, you know. So we have to stay positive. We have to believe, and that will rub off on the players. At least, even if it doesn't, at least we know our mentality is right, you know, and then that eventually we can get a team that echoes our mentality on the pitch. But look, I'm sure people are absolutely sick of listening to me ramble on. So, guys, make sure you do click on that link and come on and have your say to stop me from rambling. But look, let's bring on the first guest. We have KVP in the building. Let's get him on.
Yay!
KVP, my man, he absolutely buzzing and pumped up for this game.
Yeah, I'm buzzing for this game, man. Let's just turn these over like we've done before in the second leg. We've
Yeah.
turned them over, as you said earlier, back in 2002. We lost the first leg 2-1 and we battered them 5-1 like we did to Arsenal. So why can't we do it again? Like, yeah. As you know, Delhi loves a goal against Chelsea. Deli Ali, he's
Mm.
their nightmare. He always scores against them, but he's not. I don't think he's probably going to start. As you know, he loves to score against them. I think he's got what 6 goals has he against them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 6 and Kane, I believe. And yeah, so yeah, yeah,
No,
so,
100%, my man, 100%.
yeah,
But look, you know, you look at the last game. I mean, they had the first half. They had what was it, 69% possession. We didn't even have a shot on target. I mean, the second half wasn't any better, to be honest with you. We had a few breakaway chances, end on Bele, Harry Kane with a free kick and stuff like that. But Lascelles chance at the very end, but nothing really of note. KVP.
yeah.
But you know, how do we change that this time? Is it a change in mentality, or do you think a change in tactics is needed? Because Thomas Tuchel, although he put his line up out on the team sheet to match ours on a 3-4-3, he wasn't playing a 3-4-3, but we stuck with ours. Do you think we need to change to maybe a 3-5-2, especially with some being out injured and bringing an extra midfielder?
I think yeah, like change it to 3-5-2, and yeah, like let's just batter these lot and like let them come at us, then just counter them on a counter attack and just go early. Then the game's on. Like maybe Conte should like maybe put an extra midfielder in there because the first leg I don't think he put an extra one in there. Maybe we had some players out. Like yeah, maybe should change his tactics a bit. 3-5-2, like that's what he normally does. I think he's done it everywhere he's been. But yeah, like change to 3-5-2, and then let's just turn these over like we've done before. Last season we knocked them out on penalties after they went 1-0 up through the guy who I scored against us, is Timo Burner,
So what are these?
Tino
'Cause
Hamburner.
I mean, I've been watching
Teeny
Yeah,
these
weeny.
lot
yeah, like
for a while.
so.
What are these? Like screens?
Yeah, we knocked them out on
Oh, they're
penalties
laptop.
when
Yeah, they're like
I
monitors.
believe Mount missed a penalty and Laurie saved it, and maybe he was getting abused and all that. But Like,
Hello?
yeah, maybe he should change it to a 3-5-2 and then put an extra midfielder in there. Like, who's gonna play behind Kane and Lucas? Like,
Yeah.
Bergwijn should probably be available because he did score against them in a friendly before
Well,
the
to be
full.
fair to Bergwijn, he did score a goal and assist against West Ham in the last round as well, you know?
Yeah, Bergwijn, yeah. So, like, we're unbeaten at home under Conte. I think we won 7 and drawn 1. So,
Mm.
yeah, we're unbeaten at home. And, like, these lot have already beaten us in the league last season and this season. So, but, yeah, let's not let that happen again. Them lot seem to beat us here. Like, we've only lost 2 home games. That was Chelsea, Man United. Like, it's not happening again. So, Tuchel, we're coming for you, mate. Tonight, you're gonna see champagne football, mate. You're getting knocked out, boy. Italy is gonna knock you out, mate. Because as you've known before, the Italians always seem to beat the Germans. So, the Italian job. In Conte, we trust. Chelsea, go do one. Fuck off to where you came from, man. Yeah, 5-1. Let's do this.
I absolutely love that. I absolutely love it, my man. But look, regardless of whether we change formation or not, Sunspot is free in the team.
Yeah.
Who do you put in today to play in that position? Do you bring
Mm,
what? Do you bring in an extra midfielder? If so, who? Or do you bring in Bergwijn, Gill, and if so, who?
like, do you know, I think I'm going to have to go for the Spanish Pirlo, Brian Hill, because
Come on.
yeah, when he came on last week, I thought he played actually brilliant. He um nearly scored. He ran past, a couple of Chelsea players, but I don't know why, was it Aspilicueta that fouled one of our players or Rudiger? I don't know, but I don't know why one of them did not get sent off. Like,
Yeah.
what were they thinking? Like, the referee's a Chelsea fan, but I don't know what he's thinking, but it's not Craig Pawson, it's Andre Mariner. Like, hopefully he can give us some penalties if we get given one. If he doesn't, then he needs to go Specsavers. You need to go Specsavers, ref, and get your eyes tested. Do your job properly, or else you'll never referee a Chelsea Tottenham game again. We do not want you refereeing any of our games. So
Um,
tonight, you better be on our side, or else.
Hey Kyle, I bet you their eyes work when Roman Abramovich sends out around some of them women to him in the dark hours of the night time at the hotel, huh? I bet they work then.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's probably gonna happen. But tonight, I bet, yeah, 5-1, and the
Ooh.
final North London derby final. Like, yeah, just give us Arsenal, man, and we'll just batter them because we've got them on Sunday. Kane has got 11 goals against them, and Son's got, I believe, 3. So Toby's probably watching the game tonight as well. He's probably watching because he's always cheering us on. So thank you, Toby. Come back to us, mate, when you can. And Musa Dembele, I know you're watching, mate. Please come back to us. We miss you, mate.
And,
The GOAT.
and Kyle, you were saying something interesting to me before we came live that Eric Lamela was out tweeting and same as Musa Sissoko about today's game. I mean, we all know Lamela hits Chelsea, the Battle of the Bridge. I think he was the one that sparked it, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's the one that stood on, I believe, Fabregas's finger or something.
Oh, it was lovely. I loved it. Honestly, the way Fabregas was rolling around, it's like he had to be carted off the hospital and get stitched back together, the pussy. Huh?
Yeah,
What a pussy.
yeah. And I bet you Andros Townsend and Jermaine Genius are watching this because Townsend was the one actually scored in that 5-3 win from the penalty spot. So, Danny Rose and Townsend, I know you're watching, like, you're probably cheering us on, boys. So, yeah, Ericsson loves a goal against Chelsea, 2 thunderbolts. So,
Mm.
Ericsson, wherever you are, like, yeah,
But look, Kyle,
Lamella,
out of the
yeah.
players that we have with us today, my man, who do you think can actually win us this tie? Who do you think has the X factor, the game winner in them? Harry Kane, Lucas Moura. Who do you think could win this game for us?
I'm actually going to go for the Amsterdam hero, Lucas
Come
Moura.
on.
Yeah, Lucas, because like I said when I put a comment earlier, we lost 1-0 to Ajax in the first leg at home, and we won 3-2. So, yeah, Lucas can win us the game. Why not? The guy hasn't scored against Chelsea. I know Lamella has, and some of the others have, but he can win us the game. Like, the guy has scored in what? Every Premier League game where he played under Conte. The guy's on fire. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Lucas can win us the game. And it's Brazil. Yeah, because he's from Brazil, and same as Emerson Royale. Like, I wonder what the lineup's going to be.
Well, look, speaking of the lineup, Kyle, you're looking at the defense, of course. Look, Eric Dyer's out. I mean, do we keep the same back three we had last time of Davies, Sanchez in the middle, and Tanganga, or do you bring in Joe Rodon and put Sanchez back out to the right side and maybe drop Tanganga? Because look, for me, when it comes to Tanganga, right? Look, I see a lot of split opinions on the guy, and look, rightly so. But he's 22. He is still young, but he's kind of at that age where he's maybe got another year to kind of show that he can do it at a good level. But when I've looked at the kid, I mean, he played against Man City. He's put in massive shifts against Liverpool as well. So he has shown that he can mix it up against the best teams in the league. He can show he can do that. But look, against Chelsea, I don't know whether nerves got to him or complacency or whatever it was, but he cost us 2 mistakes. And then against Morecambe, I mean, he got done by the oldest trick in the book. I mean, which is, I was taught this as a striker. You know, you wait for the defender to look at the ball and then you make your move. You make your move when he's not looking at you, so you can't see where you're going. And that's exactly what Tanganga got done by against Morecambe in the cup. And it's one of the oldest tricks in the book. But like for me, I would actually, if we could get more reinforcements in here, I would be looking to loan Tanganga out, learn that sort of bit of experience. And the reason why I'd bring Joe Rodon in today is because he already has that underneath his belt at Swansea and stuff like that. So who would you play today?
I've got to go for the young. I've got to go for Joe Rodon because actually talking of him, he made his Premier League debut against Chelsea last season at the bridge when Toby was injured after the City game, and Joe Rodon, I think, was man of the match in that game, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bring the Welsh kid back in because I know everyone's interested in him, but he's probably not in Conte's plans. But tonight, I think I bring him in because I know he's not playing as I just said, but the guy has probably done well for Wales, better than us. But tonight, let's hope we can put in a good shift. Maybe stop Kai Havertz and maybe, I don't know, Lukaku from scoring. Then he's probably celebrating like we just won the Champions League, for God's sake. Like, yeah, we need to get back in that competition because, like, yeah, we want to get back in there. Like, so tonight, I'm bringing Joe Rodon for Tanganga because maybe loan out Tanganga to, I don't know, Nottingham Forest. Like, they beat Arsenal again, and some people saying we should sign this Spence guy from Nottingham Forest. Like, would you like him from Nottingham Forest after he played a good game against the Scum? Spence from Nottingham Forest?
Yeah. Look, Forest turned over Arsenal. I mean, cups are made for upsets, They're made for it. Why not upset the apple cart today? Chelsea, look, they already think they have 1 foot in the final. I mean, they think they're big bollocks around London. Let's put an end to it. People like that with all the money, the posh people with all the money, what they don't have is that fight, that street fight in them. So let's give it to them. Let's give them that street fight. And that's why I know a lot of people won't want to hear this, but that's why I actually think Højbjerg is crucial today. Because although he has been playing poorly, what he does do is he bollocks players. He will get in their face. He will rough people up. He'll have a go at the referee. And that's why I think Conte will pick him in midfield today. Plus, he was rested against Morecambe. Do you see Højbjerg playing in midfield or being dropped after his woeful display in the first leg?
I think I see him starting because I know, he's had quite a few bad performances, but maybe him, Skip and Winks, like Winks scored another worldie. He just loves it at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So maybe see him, Skip and Winks starting. So I see Højbjerg starting today because I know people are probably saying, like, yeah, he's had a bad few performances, but we only just bought him Southampton and a swap deal for Carl Walker-Peters last season. So the guy is a good player, but like, yeah, so give him time to still set in because last season, that game against Everton on the opening day, he played poor, but like, then the rest of the season, he was brilliant. So, like, yeah, tonight, he better put a good shift in and not like done last week. So, look, yeah, put a good shift in for the Danish international.
Yeah.
Like, then you never
Just
know,
do
he
what you're
might.
good at, Kyle. Just do what
Yeah,
you're good at. Absolutely crunch
yeah,
people. You know what I mean? Crunch them left, right, and center. Just do what you're good at. Turn the ball over. Win the ball, my man.
yeah.
Just quickly, Dragon, welcome to Silver, my man. Welcome. Come on and have a
Welcome,
conversation.
Dragon.
Come
Welcome.
on and have a conversation with us, my
Have
man.
a
Big yourself
conversation.
up.
Come and have
Simply kick
fun.
on the community link and come on. And then we also have a super chat here from Bobby. Big up, Bobby. I hope you're keeping well.
Big up,
Says Big
Bobby.
Dave cheering me up with the Irish passion, showing the love and the support. Keep up the good work. Come on, you Spurs. My man, look, my passion for this club will never, ever, ever die. I mean, look, I said it on my preview earlier on today, but I'm the sort of guy, if we're 5-0 down, you'll see me in the stone cold December walking towards the stadium with no top on, with 6-0 painted on my chest. Now, I know it's not a sight that some people might want to see. You know what I mean? My moves hanging out. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm just that sort of fan. I can't help it. I can never die. I mean, part of being a Tottenham fan is being an underdog. I mean, we've always been an underdog. Maybe not back so long ago when we were picking up trophies, but in my lifetime, we've always been that underdog. So you need, as a fan, you need to relish being that underdog. We're a total underdog story. You've got to relish it, Bobby. But my man, look, let's look. If you don't have belief, Bobby, what do you have? For me,
Yeah,
you have nothing if you don't have the belief. You have to have belief, especially as a football fan, especially as a Tottenham fan. Now, look, I'm very well aware there could be many people after the game. Look, it's the way it is. We win, I'm a hero. We lose, I'm the villain. But look, you know, I'm well aware people could be coming in after the game. I'm telling you so. I'm telling you so. I'm telling you so. But look, never ever stop that from letting you believe ever. Look, you're well in your right to sit here and say, look, where it's not going to happen. I understand that. I mean, I thought like that yesterday, but you've got to believe. Never ever lose that hope. I tell you what I done, to be honest with you. I sat here all day listening to Bob Marley's greatest hits, a little bit of Sean Paul to get the jive going. You know yourself, a little bit of a head bop, a little bit of a dance, you know, and I'm absolutely buzzing. What it has done, it's just got me pumped up. The Bob Marley music has got me believing. Three Little Birds, you know, Don't Worry, Be Happy. Get them sort of songs on. You will 100% believe by the time it's finished. But KVP, my man, absolutely phenomenal appearance, my man. I've really enjoyed it. Is there anything you want to say to people out there before we let you go, brother?
all right. So every Tottenham fan who's going to the game tonight, make sure you scream louder when we score 5 and do it louder than you can. And I'm going to do it right now. Come on, you Spurs! Let's
No,
batter these idiots. Come
Kyle,
on.
Kyle, that was too low. That's illegal, my man. I know
Oh,
you have it in you. You were dying to let the passion out. Give it
all
to
right,
me
let me
louder.
try this
Come
again.
on,
All
louder.
right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Come on, you Spurs!
That's what I'm talking about. My man KVP. We'll see you again soon, brother. Beat
Yeah.
yourself up and come on, you Spurs. In
Come
Conte we
on.
trust. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. What an appearance from KVP, guys. What an appearance. But look, let's keep this moving. We are 3 minutes out from lineup. I will be bringing you to the game. I will be bringing them to you live. We are always the first to get them out here on We Are Tottenham TV. So stay tuned. But my God, we are just an hour and 3 minutes from kickoff, and it is ramping up. I cannot wait for this. I mean, as soon as it's like seeing the color blue right now. It's just like waving red, the color red to a bull. I mean, I just can't wait to tear into them. I really, really can't. You know, they're all probably sitting there having prawn sandwiches and everything before dinner. You know, a lot of our fans are going to Chicken on the high street. That's the way it should be. You know, that is the way it should be. Let's not let these posh muppets come in and roll us over today. Let's not let it happen. Let's grab that you know, the bit between the teeth and let's have them. I mean, fuck it. If you got to do what Luis Suarez done, bite one of them. I couldn't care. Let's just turn up and show a bit of fight and passion. But let's bring on the next guest. It's my Irish brother. It's Adam William Cahill, who I watch a lot with. Who I actually watch a lot when he's on here, because he always gets on the fan shows way before me. But Adam, my man, how are you keeping, brother? You pumped up?
Yes, absolutely, man. Dave, first of all, it's an absolute pleasure to be finally talking to you. I know we've had a chat back and forth the odd time on Twitter and stuff like that, but it's great to be actually on here with you for the first time. So it's a new one, and I'm delighted to be with you. And then, yeah, man, absolutely. Like, I am, to be honest, anyone who knows me well knows that I am one of the calmest, kind of relaxed. Yeah. You cannot unnerve me kind of person, kind of people in the world. But I tell you right now, there's this really unusual sensation that I'm not used to. It doesn't feel good at all, and I believe it's called anxiety. And I just have this really nervous energy. I don't like. It's probably it's nervousness. It's excitement, and it's just there's nothing that would thrill me more right now than to go and at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium absolutely kick lumps into these Chelsea players. And I hope that's the mindset of every single one of them starting 11 today.
No, look, Adam, it's crucial. It's crucial that we do that. We have to fight them today. It's that simple. Get the gloves on, you know what I mean, and start fighting them. But look, that experience you're describing, Adam, I describe it as that ass twitching moment. Do you know, that build up to something, you know, and it's just kind of like twitching. That's what it's like, my man. You know, it's like, look, it's nervousness, it's anxiety, but it's also excitement. Let's not take that away from it. We turn these over. I mean, every club accuses us of making DVDs about teams. You best believe I will be calling on Daniel Levy to make a DVD about this if we turn these over and just rub it in their faces. And, you know, I'll make sure they buy it. I'll put it on discount in the Chelsea store. I really would. I absolutely hate them. But Adam, my man, you know, just quickly, I probably will have to cut you off while I go and get these starting lineups. But, you know, what do we have to show different today that we didn't show in the first leg?
It has to be complete and total or abandon in terms of we can't be concerned.
Adam, I have to cut you off because I'm going to give you the breaking news. The starting lineup, my man. Here I am. We have Golini is in goals. We have Royale at right wing back. We have Tanganga at centre back, or at right centre back, with Sanchez and Davies. So that hasn't changed. A lot of people are going to be unhappy with this, but Matt Doherty is in at left wing back, with Højbjerg and Winks in midfield, so no skip, with Lucas Lo Celso and Harry Kane. It remains to be seen whether it's a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3, with Lo Celso just coming straight in from where Sonny operates. On the bench is Lloris, Piscozzi, Sessegnon, Rodin, Skip, White, Dele, Brian Hill, and Scarlett. So no Ronald McDombele. It looks like he will end up going to the McDonald's checkout counter to get a job there. He's not in there. He's not near the team whatsoever, which I completely agree with. But I mean, Adam, let's go through this lineup, my man. I mean, you look at it. No Reguilon. Lloris on the bench.
No Lloris. That's mental.
Brought in. No Skip. Do you think Conte has one eye on the North London Derby and has rested players? Or do you think that there was a fallout after the Morecambe game and this could be the result of it?
I think that no one has been more honest and vocal than Conte with regards to the lack of quality in the team and the lack of strength and depth in the team. And I think that it is a case, and I did say this to Sim and Ben after we lost at Stamford Bridge. I said that maybe at this point it's going to be a case of going, okay, let's cut our losses. What's the point in struggling to get a victory and come back from a 2-0 defeat when we could keep one eye on the FA Cup, and we absolutely must keep paramount. Number one has to be getting that Champions League spot so that during the summer we are far more tasty for any incoming players. So I think that he's gone with a team that is far more concerned with taking on Arsenal now over the weekend than going out and making sure that we win this game. Now I'm sure, Conte, he's a serial winner. It's not as though he's gonna want to bow out of this in such a devastating fashion. I think it's not as though he's playing our children. He hasn't got Dane Scarlett and and a bunch of other kids on
Well,
the
he's
bench
on
that
the bench.
aren't
Him
proving.
and
Or
Piscotty are
sorry,
on the bench.
he's not in the starting 11. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, at the end of the day, to be playing Golini first and foremost, I think says an awful lot about whether or not you cannot say that Golini has 50% of the ability that Lloris has. To be honest, from what we've seen of him so far in a Spurs shirt, and I think that says an awful lot. That one switch says a tremendous amount. Why would you rest your keeper? Realistically, do you know what I mean? And so I think that does say an awful lot. Now, again, as you know, we were saying just before we got the lineup, I do think it's all about not giving a toss whether or not they come at us and they get a goal. We need to absolutely brutalize them. It's got to be a case of just taking it to them. And knocking them around the pitch, making a show of them as best as we can, and even just consistently knocking the ball long so that we can get our chances in front of goal, but just not letting them have an easy ride of it. And those players can do that. You know what I mean? Any players can go out there. You and I, Dave, could go out there and we could kick the legs off a few players. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's a case of just acting like warriors out there. But that lineup says to me that he's got. He's got his priorities in order. I think we're still very much in the FA Cup with Brighton as our next game, right? And then we've got to keep an eye on the fourth spot in the Premier League. So I think that's exactly what this lineup exemplifies.
Do you know what? I hear you, and you actually raise a very good point. I mean, it's clear to see he has one eye on the Arsenal game. It's clear to see, that his words yesterday and the team today that he wants transfers. It just looks like to me a little that he's given up on this. It doesn't look like they want to go and chase this. Now, look, unless he has some crazy tactic and some genius reasons why he's picked the team he has. I mean, it's Conte. I don't doubt him. There has to be some reason behind it. But,
Shop window?
Yeah, it could be. But is this the time? I mean, like the thing is, we keep saying shop window with some of these players, don't Adam? But all they're doing is every time they touch the football pitch is just driving potential suitors away. A lot of these players, especially the likes of Matt Doherty. But look, at the end of the day, the lineup's out. I'm not going to sit here and complain. Let's get on with it and let's still get after them. Maybe Conte has some sort of thing that he's seen from the last leg that he can get at them today. Let's just still hold that belief that we can go and get them today. Moondog with the super chat, he says, "Fuck me, all my tension has come back." I don't blame you, man. I do not blame you. I mean, there's me sitting there for half an hour talking about the fight, the size of the fight in the dog and stuff like that, and then we produce a lineup like that. I mean, I am
put
shocked.
Out a poodle.
To be honest, I am shocked with it, to be honest. But Adam, before I do get into more of it, I just want to go through these quotes from Conte and bring up Pochettino's quotes. And whoever is in the Tottenham TV studios, I would like you to clip this, just this clip this part only, and put it out and let fans decide. And then, Adam, we'll get your opinion quickly on it because, look, Conte's quotes yesterday is what concerns me. Tottenham head coach Antonio Conte has revealed he has made his recommendations to Daniel Levy and Paratici for the January transfer window and says it is now down to the club to take the best decisions. Now, I'm going to give people's Conte's full quotes here, and then I'm going to read Pochettino's quotes. And just tell me if you think they're very, very similar. And we all know what happened with Pochettino in the end. Bear in mind, both managers have been screaming for transfers this January transfer window. Conte's words were, "We have spoken about the situation. It was a good meeting. The owner and Paratici started this season together. I arrived in the middle of the season and they know the situation much better than me. It was a good meeting to speak and tell them my thoughts after 2 months in Tottenham. It's okay. I repeat, I could give a lot of work to clubs I work at and in the past and now in the present. I can give this and then the decisions are for the club, not for me. The last word is always for the club. The club has to decide the best way to go. I don't have expectations, and I know that we have to solve many problems for me. In this moment, the best possible way is to get the best from my players and improve the squad. In this moment, this is the only way I can go to improve the situation, to improve the squad. Then the club knows very well our situation, and it has to take the best decision. My way in this moment is to coach my players and improve the level of the squad. Then we'll see the decision of the club. If we want to improve in other aspects or not, if there is the possibility or not. For me, to be honest, it's the right way with the club regarding my vision, my expectation, and what I have found, and the way we can improve. Now, I want everyone to take themselves back to Pochettino's famous words: "I am a coach, not the manager." And look, it eventually led to his acts. And basically, what he was saying and what Conte are saying is, "I'm trying my best, but it's out. Like, there's nothing I can do. I'm not getting any help." And these were Pochettino's quotes in 2019 after being asked about Danny Rose. "I am not in charge. I know nothing about the situation of my players. I am only coaching them, trying to get the best from them. These types of things, what will happen, what will not happen, selling and buying of players, extending contracts, not extending contracts, I think it is not in my hands. It is in the club's hands and Daniel Levy's. At the moment, I am managing the team in the best way possible. Maybe the club needs to change my title description because my job now is to coach the team. It is not a question for me. It is a question for the club. Maybe the club are going to change my title description. Of course, I am the boss deciding the strategy to play, training, mentality, philosophy in my area, but in another area, I think I am the coach, not the manager. So, what I basically want people to do is decide whether do you think we should air caution with Conte's latest words when it comes to what he said? Because for me, it's very, very similar. I'm a coach, not a manager, to what Pochettino said in 2019. And look what happened to Pochettino further down the line. You know, eventually it's kind of like he gave up because he knew what the squad was capable of, and it wasn't going to get better. I just feel like Conte is also echoing them frustrations. So please, if you can clip that, put it out there, and just let the people decide. Basically, let us know underneath what your opinions are, the same, not the same, and should we be worried? But Adam, what are your thoughts quickly, my man? I know it's a bit off topic, but what's your thoughts quickly?
No, that's fair enough, man. Like they are concerning. You don't want to hear someone like Conte, who is certainly used to having a significant degree of authority over the teams that he's reigned over, to come out and say, "Look, I'm clearly not even like this." Just making a statement as though he's a statement of fact from his own mind. It's more like I understand my role now. I know the corner that I've been pushed into. So that is tremendously concerning. Like. We're obviously we're in a January transfer window, so it makes all the sense in the world that these comments are in reference to the fact that he's not able to just say, "Look, these are the players I need, get them in." And I mean, he said all along that one January transfer window is not going to change the team, and we know that it's going to require a rebuild during the summer. But it's. I'm hoping that maybe something's just lost in translation, but in terms of, like, he might not be fully aware of how that comes across to us. I know he's speaking English, but the way it comes across to English people. But they're like, it's just it is concerning that he's saying that now, even though all along he's kind of prepared us for a fairly sparse transfer window.
It just shows signs of frustration to me. Like, you look at Pochettino, he looked at this squad and he knew it needed improving. He knew Jan Vertonghen and Alderweireld were getting old. He had lost Wanyama and Dembele. Players were starting to go on the decline, like Dele Alli and stuff like that. You could see it coming and call for a rebuild. Didn't happen. Conte knows already he's got the very best out of some of these players that he can possibly get. And he can already see the decline starting to happen. And he's already sounding frustrations. It's like, I'm telling them what I need to be able to take this forward, to be able to give the fans what they want. But to me, it just seems like he feels like it's fallen on deaf ears. But look, we will move on because it's not about that. But if you could clip that and put that up, that'd be absolutely awesome. But look at him. You look at the formation today. The Celso in there. Does he come straight in where Son operates, or do we switch to that 3-5-2, extra man in midfield and get at them?
No, I would be very, very surprised if he's coming on now as a number 10. I think that it's going to be I would imagine it's going to be a 3-5-2 situation, which I think is stronger for us, because we show absolutely no or we show very little ability, especially in the big games, to dominate the center of the pitch. And with an extra man in there, we'll have more of an option to do that. Hopefully, I mean, it's very strange not to if we it's so strange not to see Skip in there. The only thing about this situation for me is that I'm less optimistic about this game and more optimistic about Arsenal because I feel like it is, as you said, as soon as you saw the lineup, it's like he's got his eye on that game more so than this one, because we absolutely have to demolish the Gunners, and we need that number 4 spot. Yeah, so it just I'd say he's gonna field a much stronger team on over the weekend, but it's disappointing to see. You know,
Yeah.
well, going into this game, we're going to be less optimistic. Let's be fair.
If it is a 3-man midfield, I would suspect Højbjerg would be a holding midfielder protecting that back line with Winks and Lo Celso allowed to get forward on either side of Højbjerg. That's what I would suspect if it is a 3-man midfield. But I wouldn't also be surprised to still see the 3-4-3 with Lo Celso operating in the area that Son does, because I just wouldn't be surprised, because he could have went for Skip if it was a 3-man midfield. And this is what I'm trying to work out. I want to work out if it is a 3-man midfield but with more attacking options, or whether he is playing the Salso in some spot. It'd be very interesting to see what happens there. But what I can't make sense of, why is Matt Doherty being rolled out again? Look, Adam, I mean, I know we're Irish. I could sit here and be biased, but I just don't rate him. I don't think he's been good for Ireland, bar that game against Portugal where he racked Mark Ronaldo for 89 minutes and he still went and won the game. You know, I haven't rated his Spurs career whatsoever. But again, it looks like he's in that left wing back like the first leg. I mean, I know Reguilon was injured, and that's why he didn't play in the first leg, and that's what we found out after the game. But I mean, why Doherty at left wing back? Session, Reguilon, get one of them in. What do you think? Why? Makes sense.
It's not even as though Doherty can play with his left foot and he's just weaker with it. He cannot play with his left foot. We saw him time and time again when he's either started or been switched at halftime over to that left flank. He is trying to cut in and shoot, which is probably what he's been told to do. But we know that he's no good on his left foot, and so the only thing that makes any sense to me at all is that maybe Conte wants the crosses to be coming in from the right. I did see, in fairness, that in the Tottenham Hotspur official YouTube channel that they've been putting Emerson through his paces with his crossing. They've been really drilling him in with that all week. So hopefully they want the crosses to come in from the right, but they want the opportunity for Doherty to cut in from the left and take shots. Especially when we're up against the only week after you showed the lineup for Chelsea there as well. There's only 2 weaknesses in that team, and it's the fact that they've got Timo Werner up front, who can't hit anything, and then the Kepa at the back, Kepa in goal. We need to be just launching the ball at the goal, just from anywhere on the pitch. Just keep launching the ball at their goal. There's bound to be an incident where something goes in if we just keep launching the ball at that goal and pretend he's not even there. At some point, something's going in.
I said this on my channel earlier on, my man, that every attack has to lead to a shot. That should be Conte's instructions. You get in there half and you're on the attack, it has to lead to an attempt on goal. It just has to. You've got to go at these today. Look, do you know what? I do hear what you're saying, but maybe he's asking maybe Doherty to cut inside and get them balls towards the back post, floating towards the goal, with maybe Lucas coming in there, sneaking in and stuff like that. But, I mean, the whole idea of having the wing backs in this formation is to stay out wide and provide the width, though.
Mm-hmm.
So that free space in the middle for Kane to work in, Lucas to work in, Lo Celso to work in. And because you're asking Lucas and whoever else, Lo Celso in today's instance, to come inside and work in them spaces, the whole idea of the wing backs is to keep the space, keep the width in the team, and keep options out wide. I just don't understand it. I just do not understand it. But another huge call. I mean, Galini in goals. Why?
Yeah. I don't understand that. This is the thing. Like, when it comes to your goalkeeper, at the end of the day, it's not as though he's being run ragged. He's the one player that you can probably, he could play absolutely every game of the season, and yeah, absolutely. So I mean, to put Galini out there again, I think we've been linked with so many different other goalkeepers coming in that there's very definitely a lack of confidence in Galini's ability to be the successor for Lloris. So I think that a shop window is the only thing that makes sense, man. It really is, and it'd be weird to put him in a shop window going against Chelsea, who are bound to score goals. But at the end of the day, it's, I can't think of any good reason why you would swap Lloris out now when, if we actually wanted to go and win this game. It doesn't make any sense. That's the really confusing one. Maybe there's some weird Conte intuition where he's like, I believe that Doherty's going to get a goal from the left flank, maybe, but I don't understand the Galini decision at all.
No, look, hopefully Matt Doherty can turn into Dennis Irwin. He was famous for scoring goals from fullback, right or left. So hopefully Matt Doherty could be the new Dennis Irwin, my man, and pump one in. The only other reason why I can think of is maybe picking Galini is maybe, look, maybe Conte might think he's better with his feet, quicker with his feet, maybe. That's the only reason why I can really see him come in. In terms of teeny weeny up front for them, I mean, I'm really not scared, to be honest with you. You could give the guy a bulldozer in front of a barn door, he'll still miss. So I'm really not concerned about teeny weeny up front, to be honest with you. But another one, Tanganga. I mean, the guy has made 3 mistakes in the last 2 games, all leading to goals.
Howlers.
Are you surprised to see him roll back out today? And or do you think it could be a case where Tanganga has asked him to be put back out today to prove people wrong, and that he will lead by example?
I don't think Conte will ever make a decision based on a player requesting anything. So I think, like, there's a strategy. There's a reason beyond a player's desire to prove themselves. I think Tanganga has had a seriously shocking month already, and having him in this game, I think it really does go to show. This is going to give Chelsea so much confidence, because I think it says so much about our lack of interest in going and taking and winning this game. And, like, again, it would need to be a case where Conte has some absolute master plan that we can't possibly comprehend because we're mere mortals. Aside from that, I don't understand. Like, there's no, it's a forfeit to a certain extent. It's not over till it's over. That. But yeah, it's so strange. We have to be thinking of it in terms of he's got a plan for other competitions, and he's just given up on this one. And to be fair, I'd rather win the FA Cup than the Carabao Cup. But it's so weird to be kind of be like, yeah, no, look, we resign.
Yeah,
because we have to go beat Arsenal and then beat them. We've got to beat Chelsea again in the Premier League.
Yeah. No, look, I just don't get it. Like, Sessegnon is on the bench. I mean, you put in a world against Liverpool. Why not play him instead of Doherty? But you also look at the bench. Piscozzi, White, Scarlett. It looks like we've given up. But what I will say, Adam, no end on belly. When you're seeing the likes of Piscozzi, Harvey White, who has been training with the first team the last few weeks, and I was very surprised he didn't actually play against Morecambe, to be honest with you. I was very surprised he wasn't even in the squad. But he's in the squad today. Dane Scarlett is in the squad. But with seeing these youngsters, even Dele Alli has made the bench. I mean, look, he put in effort, but he just wasn't good against Morecambe. Is that the final nail in the coffin for Ndombele? Is he finished at Tottenham? No more in around match day squads?
I would say so. There's an awful lot of bench. Yeah. Look, if they're leaving him out of their all, I mean, he's probably sitting at home twiddling his thumbs. So therefore,
no, he's not. He's sitting at home. His hands are full of Big Macs.
He's surrounded by them. I don't know, man. I think that I would wager that the idea is that they've given up on him, but whether or not we can actually move him on is also it's a really, because Levy is going to be persistently saying we can't be big spenders when we've got to give Ndombele, tens of millions over the next 3 years, and we can't get him off our books.
But you know what, Adam? That you have to take them hits when you've made the cock up. I mean, they didn't do the homework on the guy. I mean, all these other big clubs were linked with him, and they all pulled out because they'd done their homework on his history, and he has problems that every club he's been at, whether it's fitness or whatever, but mainly fitness. But he's had problems that every club he's been at. They didn't do their homework. He has to take that loss. Just keep him away from football responsibilities altogether. I mean, I heard he was part of a massive bust-up at halftime against Morecambe. You see him strolling off. I mean, he was non-existent against Ennis Mora. I mean, I could get Daniel Levy's side where he's put big money in. It's a big investment. But, I mean, how many times do you have to keep rolling out rolling them out before you just realize the guy could not give a flying fuck about this club, about the jersey, about the fans. How long do you
Did
keep?
you see? Have you seen on Tottenham away though? Stelios gave a very very good kind of rationale as to why perhaps it's more the club failing Nombelli than Nombelli failing the club. Because basically what he said what he said was that Poch, right at the end of the Poch era, Poch brings Nombelli in to play a very, very specific role in a very, very attacking team. Poch gets the sack. We bring in Mourinho. All of a sudden, we are the defensive team, and Nombelli is not fit for purpose in a Mourinho side. Then, for a certain amount of time, he gets game time under Mourinho. He was performing decently well for a bit, but he's not playing in his ideal role in a team that just attacks.
Yeah, but like, look,
Now
this is my problem. This is my problem, though, Adam. I've heard this about the Celso. I've heard it about Harry Winks for a long time. I've heard it about Dele Alli. The thing is, yes, the club have failed them to a certain degree. There's an element of truth to that. But you cannot tell me he hasn't failed the club. Anyone that says that, it's absolutely ludicrous. I mean, look at the performances the guy puts in. He trunches around the pitch, strolls around the pitch, could not give a flying fuck. You cannot tell me with the evidence you've seen on the pitch with your own eyes that he hasn't failed us. That's nonsense. Of course he's failed us. How has he not?
Yeah, I agree up to a point. I do agree up to a point, but I think what he thought he was signing up for is not what he got. He didn't come into an attacking team, which is what he signed up for. He didn't come in to continue playing under Poch, which is what he signed up for. He came in.
But the thing is, you know why he didn't play under Poch for a long time? I get he was brought in to play in this attacking system and all, but you also look at Pochettino's words. It was clear as day he didn't get the players he wanted. The club brought in the players they wanted to do. I read you the words from 2019. You know, it's clear as day that he didn't get the players he wanted. He was calling for the players he wanted. We all know he was calling for the rebuild he wanted. But at the end of the day, he came in, he wasn't fit. So although we can say the club failed him, he wasn't fit when he first came in. That's on him. That's on nobody else but him.
Yeah, well, look, man. What all I can say is if Conte doesn't get the resources to be able to do what we know he can do at this stage, like I'm not a defender of Daniel Levy, but there are times where I've kind of sat back and gone, okay, I'm not going to just jump in with the mob when I don't. I'm still trying to work out the ins and outs of how the financial side of things work and stuff like that, which has been more on my mind in recent years. And now I'm just like, no, look, if you're not, you brought Conte in, you showed ambition. You brought Paratici in, you showed ambition. But if that was just a front to make it look like you care more than you do, and then if at any stage Conte walks because he's not being backed, I will be the first one to jump on a plane over to London, and I will be camped outside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium with an ENIC out. Like, there's no, it's just...
You'll be there with Daigle, cozying up in the
This is it, man. This is it, man. Like, there's just no way that it can be tolerated anymore. Like, if the club is being brought into mediocrity after we were we had a taste of such heights, and we're expecting more, especially as a team that we know we have the fandom, the support, that they've got the finances there. They've been doing the penny pinching. We've been told that Levy could spend 400 million and it would still be in the fair play regulations and stuff like that. We need to see some return on our investment as supporters, as people who love this club. And so I hope Conte is just in a bad mood. It was in a bad mood in that interview, knowing that he was basically forfeiting this cup. And then once this is out of the way, he can just focus on the other things.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right, my man. I really do hope you're right, Adam. Well, look, my man, what's your score prediction, brother?
Oh, my days. I'm gonna have I have to think about that now for a second, because with that lineup, man, if we're really lucky, we'll get away with losing 2-1, and we'll get a goal just to cheer us up. But I can't. Like, they put out a strong team, man. They've got 2 weak players. We're not playing our best team, so
give me a positive one anyway, just for delusional sake, just because it's my show, my man.
Just for delusional sake, let's go 2-0, and it goes to penalties.
2-0 and
Not
it goes to
positive enough.
penalties. I mean, look, I'll absolutely bite your fingers off for that right now, my man. I'd take it. But look, Adam, before we let you go, my man, first of all, I want to say keep doing what you're doing. I absolutely love the opinions you come with onto the fan shows and all the other shows during the week. I do listen to you. I think you come with great insights, and I think there should be more and more people out there doing this. So keep doing what you're doing, brother. Keep it up. But before we do let you go, I want you to get everybody pumped up for this. And then at the end, you can sing me a Spurs song or a big loud "Come on, you Spurs." It's up to you. Take your pick, brother.
You want a big "Come on, you Spurs"?
Or a song.
Oh,
If you've got vocals on you can sing.
No, I'm not. I'm certainly not in the singing mood right now. My days. It's got to be a big one. Okay. Come on, you Spurs.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Adam, my man, brilliant calling. Thank you so much for coming on. Message me on Twitter as well. And also, I want to see you on more of these, brother. I'll see you soon. Let's get fucking at this Chelsea team today, man.
Let's do it. God bless, bro.
Come on, big up, Adam. Big up, Adam. What an absolute character. I mean, absolutely love it. Even when I put him through his paces, he can still sit there and be so calm. I love it. I love the guy. But look, I think we have one last guest. Let's get that last guest on. Donovan, if you're in the background, if you can hear me, we need you to turn on your camera, man. Big D in the background hiding. I don't know where he is. Oh, he's here. Let's get him on. Donovan, my man, how are you keeping, man? I can't hear you, lad. Are you on mute? Are you on mute, man?
A little weary this morning, Dave. Already leaving me on mute and everything. But if I gotta get it going, come on, hey?
Oh, man. Are you buzzing for today's game? Do you think we can turn them? Oh, we can't hear you, Donovan.
Yeah, that's
you're breaking up there, Donovan.
It's a
Give
cup
me a mic check.
But,
I want you to say mic check 1
hey,
2 1 2.
1 2.
Yeah, absolutely love it. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Heavy D on the MIC. That's what I like to see, my man. But look, are you pumped up for today's game?
Oh yeah, for sure. I could see some heroics coming again. The way I'm going to look at this match, a bit of a rant here, is I'm going to look at it objectively. Like I can see some creativity coming from Lo Celso. I mean, he's yet to kick off this season, so I'm hoping he has a big say in today's game. The back three. I mean, there's not much you can do with Dyer not being in the situation, but I mean, we all wear the Spurs shirts. Like you said, we have to get up and fight for this game. I don't see us having a problem scoring the goals. It's just defending them. So we need to have a tested character today and keep that back line solid and keep them out for the first 10 minutes and just show that, hey, take the game. Like this is our home. This is Tottenham Stadium. This is our cauldron. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but we go out there and we give them a game. And anything can happen. It's a cup game. It's a one-off game. But we got to be disciplined, focused, and start off from the back, and make sure we keep that clean sheet.
And look, without Dyer missing, we all thought he'd be back, but he's not. He's missing. It's the same back three that were rolled out against Chelsea. Do you have faith that can provide the defensive stability to provide us a platform to build on to be able to go and get the goals, considering we are chasing the game and we will be there will be.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Isn't it wild that Golini beat Chelsea in his debut, right? Like he came out and he was a wall. He was a brick wall, and I remember watching him and thinking, wow, this goalie is crazy. Like we can really push on. And then he was benched the starting game, and I never really saw him ever play to that level since. Watching those goals in the Europa League, I mean, Conference League even, he was just getting kind of just rooted to the spot and just off. So I'm hoping that today it's a flashback to that original, hey, I'm going to come in, I'm going to be Hugo Lloris's successor, and I'm going to grab my spot. I'm going to show why I'm a 6'4" Italian beast, right? So he has a really big from the back, and he really shows how big of a unit he is. And like you said, we need to go to both these guys, like these posh, absolute elitists, man. They come in, they think they run London, right? And I don't like that. And
They think they own it, my man. Honestly, half of them probably missed the first 20 minutes because they're picking up their poodle from getting a perm, to be honest with you. But look, Donovan,
Yeah.
you know, you look at Matt Doherty, it looks like he's going to be left wing back. What's your thoughts ahead of that selection? I mean, Session is on the bench.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around that, because even if, like you said earlier in the stream, like if even if go ahead, yeah, for sure, Sergi needs a rest, you can still throw Ryan in, right? So I don't understand the thinking there. But the only positive I can say is that as Matt has got a rocket with his right foot, if he gets it right and you can cut in on his right, then hopefully he can get something going, whether that being delivery or a shot. I don't want any of that shooting that he did. I forget what game he cut it and he shot it right into Rosette. But I mean, we dial that down a little bit, and we have a Irish Alonso on our hands. So hopefully that can be a factor. But I could see him just tiring down Mount, drawing them on, because Mason likes to play on that wing. I could see him throwing in one of the pacey youngsters near the end to try and maybe push for that third goal, hopefully. Yeah. But like I said, we need to hold that clean sheet. Like, we can't start talking about goals without defending. So we need to start with the defensive, like cheering every tackle, like every single tackle. Celebrate like Simeone did when Trippier won them that thing. Just go in and break some, take them out. Just go in. Show us fight, like the battle of that Stamford Bridge we did when we were going into the title that one time. Go out there and just show us, and give us something to cheer about.
100%, Donovan. But look, my man, I do have to end up because of the watch along. Next time, try and get on a couple of minutes earlier, brother, if you can. But look, before we let you go, score prediction and a big loud come on you Spurs, because you're the last guest.
Yeah, I mean, let's just go for a win. Like, if we're gonna come out to watch a game, you might as well get a win, right? So let's just go ahead and let's send Mason Mount packing back to Frank Lampard's. Hey, let's go get him. Have lunch at Lampard's. Let's get him 3-0, and let's go on to the final. All right, let's just go ahead and get a treat, because that's been way too long.
100%, and a big loud come on you Spurs, Donovan.
Yeah, here we go, guys. All the way from Canada. Come on, you Spurs!
Absolutely love it, my man. Absolutely love it. We'll see you again soon, Donovan. Big yourself up and let's get
take
at
it
them.
easy, guys.
Come on. I'll see you, my man. But look, guys, there we have it. Another pre-match pump-up done. It's my time now to hand you over to the experts for the watch-along, guys. All I'm going to say is a bit of Bob Marley. Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right. Look, let's get at them today. Hopefully these boys do not let us down. Let's absolutely bring them to a dogfight. They do not want it. And we'll see you after the game. Come on, you Spurs. In Conte we trust. And stay tuned for the watch along.